because we are being joined by one of Nigeria's best, if you ask me, an astute politician per excellence, erudite at that, a man who has actually caught a niche for himself among his contemporaries. He's been on the political turf back to back for 2 decades or more and still waxing very strong. He just gave me the brief. I used to know him then as simple, as honorable, but he said, "Onome, you were not around when I was being titled," and he has the capacity of bearing that title as far as this program is concerned. I'm talking of no other person than Ogbueshi Honorable Taju Eseje. We call him Ekuku. We'd like to welcome you, sir.
Thank you, my dear brother. It's nice missing you again.
Yes, same
nice
here, sir. It's same here.
Thank you.
I know that your schedule has been very, very tasking.
That is true.
You know, because in your capacity as the executive assistant to His Excellency
and the chairman College of Executive Assistants.
Oh, beautiful.
State.
Very good. I think no. You are actually you've actually paid your dues.
Thank you.
You've actually paid your dues. I must say that because I've been following you through all the while from when you were special advisor.
That is true.
On inter-party till you came up to contest the position of the governor. But the party at which you came in then was not well favorable.
That's true.
Today you are in the winners party.
That's true.
And I will take it to the bank that when it comes to your turn again, there's nothing that will stop it.
Amen.
By the grace of Almighty God, I stand.
Thank you for these prayers and prophecy.
So I'd like to welcome you, sir.
Thank you, my dear brother. Good morning to you and good morning to DBS crew and good morning to our viewers.
And thank you so much, sir. And say yes, in just a call, I've not heard you speak to us recently. And when I started the program this morning, I said there was a titled book many years ago.
Yes.
That 1 week, 1 trouble.
1 week, 1 trouble.
Yes, but with the speed of 1 week, especially the last 1 week, it's been 1 week with an avalanche of troubles, from abductions to killings and what have you. The state of insecurity in the country has been terrible. And just recently, the Southwest governors that make up the Southwest are now agitating for state police. Yeah. But let's quickly start with the recent issues. Do we see it as political? Let's have your views, please.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Do we see it as political? It has many angles to it. I know some politicians today will choose to be quiet in the name of trying to be diplomatic. But it is political, it is an ethnic matter, and it is a religious matter. But in all these things that I've mentioned, the truth is that Nigerians are being slaughtered. Nigerians are dying. Human beings are dying. That is the common denominational factor in all this. And it is important that we should know that the soul of human being goes beyond your tradition, your ethnicity, your religion, or your tribe. Human being's life is sacred, and it's something that we should hold in a very, very precious, especially even when the Holy Book talked about what you cannot create. what you cannot construct, you have no right to take such a life, because you cannot build it back. But I want to tell you, Honorable Man, that thank God for social media today. The social media has exposed what is happening today in the world, and Nigeria not exempted. Why do I say so? I was brought up in the north. I'm a northern person by birth or by growth. My early lives were there. All these things happened, but because there is no social media to bring it to the fore, to bring it to the open, people don't know this thing exists. This barbaric nature has been there. You see, when we talk about slavery, that a white man came to Africa, what did they come here to do? It's to abduct us and take us against our will. And sometimes they have third parties why those businesses were going on in those days. That business still exists today. In those days, in New Busa, where I grew up, we had different tribes among the northerners there. There's this group we call the Kimberis. They don't usually put on clothes. You will not believe that in this age, there are still some people that does not put on clothes. Sometimes they come out on market days and plan to kidnap a lady of their choice against the will of the person. And the lady, the young girl will be kidnapped, taken away, and will be held down in that particular place. And after some time, love begin to grow between two people that may not like each other before. And when the young lady gave birth to 1, 2, 3, she becomes used to that particular place. Just like you buy some domestic animal like chicken, and when the first time you bring it to your house, you tie them down. When you buy pigeon, you pull the feather. Before the feather will start going, it's now used to the new environment. That has been the system in some part of the north. And today it happened. You can see what happened with the Boko Haram people when they kidnapped the Chibok girls and they shared among the commanders.
Yes.
And married them. They married them out and they sold some of them even as far to Niger and to Chad. Have you forgotten, thank God you are a journalist, that even when rescue came, that some of them were rescued, some of those girls were later rescued after some years. Do you know that some of them went back to the forest to meet their so-called Boko Haram husband? Because love. This is somebody that has captured you against your will. So those things exist. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Just the way even in the modern life as we are here now in the city, where your parents will betroth you to a particular person, that this is the person you will marry when you grow. And maybe you don't like the person. And you see the lady say, I don't love this man. Or the man saying, I don't love this lady. They will say, love will grow. Are you getting me? So it has been there. But social media and television, radio, civilization has brought these things to fall, educating us that these things are not good. Now, do you know that even in some part of those north, and this ISWAP, ISIS West Africa, ISWAP, that break away from Boko Haram and form their own. Do you know some of the people they kidnap, they sell them to slavery? And it happens even in Libya. Some of our Libya returnees that want to cross over to Europe, the Japa. You hear the testimony, even on television, how they sell them from one man to another, from one cell to the other. Slavery. It still exists. It still exists. So now, back to the main question, is it political? Yes. It's issue, Nigeria is a very big country. Let us call a spade a spade. This country is big. And therefore, I believe that what the government is trying to do when this government came in, by trying to do restructuring, decentralizing things in this country, is important. And this government need to put their foot on ground. The president is trying to an extent in this area that we're talking about. But again, you know, people's belief, their culture, their tradition becomes their way of life. To change it becomes somehow. You remember in 1983 or so, you remember the Metesini War in Kano, during the time Buhari was military head of state. He was the one that fought them and flushed them out. What were they doing that time? It was the same thing that is happening today.
That's correct.
Mass killing of even their fellow Muslims that do not believe in their own kind of Muslim religion. You know, you have the cause Muslim and the Sunni and even now, in Kaduna, this guy that is related to his kind of religion is related to Iran. What is this guy that was in jail for a very long time? That when they normally have procession in Abuja that time, that they used to have problem with the army chiefs that time. I've forgotten the name, their own. But they are Sunnis. So it is not today. But what do? It's for the law to take its course without looking who you are or where you come from. Some years back, we received intelligence from Dubai that some people in the government, as at that time, government of Buhari, that some of them are sponsors of this terrorist. Sponsors, financial sponsors, and otherwise. What have they done with that? I think it is high time government name them. Let those names be, let us know the evil one among us. Maybe that will deter them. Let us shame them.
But it's the way the government is treating this issue is almost like kid gloves, because just like you did say, the Maitaseni sect was a very deadly, sect as of that time, and of blessed memory, when the last president came on board, we also had high-felt presence. There was this rumor all over that one or two people knew how the Boko Haram came into existence.
Of course.
That they were brought in from other parts of the country and to unleash terrorism in our country. But somehow, what their expectations were didn't work, and they were abandoned in the forest. And so as a way of survival, these terrorists now have to start coming outside.
It's just like what we say here, that you see politicians during election time arming boys in those days when ballot box snatching still reign. Unlike now that we have beavers, so those things are gradually getting. You see them, those same boys that you use for election malpractices. After the election, are you able to retrieve those ammunition from them? and sometimes they are being abandoned, and you have that kind of equipment with you, you use it to help yourself. Most of them that has been caught by police, they confess. Now, you see, my dear brother, you are not out of place when you talk about there is confession in the north. You remember when they arrested the head of the Boko Haram then, Mohammed Yusuf? He did mention that he will not say anything until he sees a particular person. The soldier successfully arrested him and handed over to the police. What happened to him in the cell? By the next day, they've killed him. Extrajudicial killing. And that is one of the things that causes this problem that make the Boko Haram to be angry and decide to go for revenge on the Nigerian people. And as they were growing, different commanders too want to become commander of themselves. That is how ISWAP break away. From there, they break away into bandits, and so on and so forth. Now, you see, my dear brother, I believe that the Nigerian state should take a different approach. I know that it is not easy to fight this kind of insurgents, but I believe it is too long. This has been on since 2009. Since 2009. In Sri Lanka, we have the Asian tiger, they call them, that go into resurrection against the government. It took them 30 years to overcome. And they fought it to the last man. They wiped them all. Therefore, insurgency can be cleared, can be overcome, can be conquered. We have many countries today that is still battling with insurgency. But our own is becoming too much. But ask yourself, Onome, why is it that it is when it's getting to electioneering period,
yes, that they come out with their...
that this matter always come up, especially when a southerner is ruling? Have you asked yourself? That is the political angle. It has the religious angle. It has the ethnic angle. It has the issue of herders and farmers. We talk about let these herders ranch their cows. You can see the cows are suffering. The shepherd too is suffering. How can you use your leg from Sokoto and you are coming down to the south here? Don't you see what happened in Texas and in Florida? Don't you see those cows that is being ranched? Only one cow that you kill will take care of the whole village that day, because you'll be able to harvest enough meat. You'll be able to harvest enough milk. This nomadic one moving from one place to another, how many milk can they produce? And you will not open your eyes as an elder, to now move your cow into another man's farm. That is his own source of income. And when they react that you've damaged their farm, you come for their life. What kind of society is that? You see what is it Abdullahi Ganduje, former governor of Kano, what he did in Kano State, where they have a very big ranch in the forest. They have water for them there. They have schools for them there. They have the veterinary hospital to take care of the cows. If all these northern states can be doing that, we will not be having this issue of herders and farmer clashes that we are having. and let every areas of the country knows what we are being known for. They don't need to be traveling with their cow to our places here and be destroying our farm. Our men and women cannot go to farm again
any longer.
Stay over there. When we need your cow, we pay for it, you transport it down. We know Benue, for example, for being the food basket. We know Kaduna for being the best when it comes to issue of maize. Let every area knows what they are doing. We know the Niger Delta that we are into oil. We know the East for being into business and so on. And we can be able to complement each other.
Yeah, everybody man in business.
But again, look at the question I put here. Why is it that it's only electionary period? You remember what happened when President Jonathan won election in 2011? When the late President Buhari, that lost election that time, said they will make this government ungovernable. They will make this country, ungovernable for the government of their time. What was done? You can imagine the threat. And the threat was carried out. You remember the killing from Katsina to Kaduna to Kano, almost all the whole northern state. The burning and killing in protest against the victory of Jonathan that time. I believe you have not forgotten.
No. We've not forgotten in a hurry.
Those are the things. That is how it started. What have been done? Look at someone like Sheikh Gumi. Look at the utterances that the man throws out every day in support of bandits that are killing people and kidnapping. That government should negotiate. And they are saying that we know where they are. And you can see him also in pictures with bandits. Different pictures. And the person is walking freely
around. Okay. Just quickly, what we have in most of our dailies today by the Southwest governors as a result of this resurgence of banditry, that we should have state policing. Are you of that school of thought too?
I am of the school of thought. As exposed as I am, as educated as I am, it will be out of place if you hear that my kind of person will say is against state policing. My brother, it is not only just state policing. We should have the federal police, we should have the state police, and have the local government police. And even within the local government, every village should have their own local police. You can see what happens in London. You see what happens in America. When I say London, I mean UK. In America, you have the FBI. That is for federal. You have the local government, you have the states. So what stops us? So what the Southwest is doing, the Southwest governor, they have a meeting day before yesterday in Ibadan. The 6 states in Southwest. It's overdue. But you know, our constitution in Nigeria, the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is not a flexible one. It's a very rigid one. Mr. President is beyond Mr. President to just maybe fiat and say, I declare state police. Mr. President don't have the power. The National Assembly don't have the power to say, we declare state police. There must be harmonization, there must be synergy, there must be cooperation. If it's coming from the federal will send a bill to the National Assembly. The National Assembly will look at it, agree between themselves and have to thought, and send it down to the 36 states. And get to talk from this 36 states. And that is where problem will start.
Okay, recently there's been this clarion call that there should be a need to work on, or rather review the Constitution. And I think
it's ongoing.
Matters arising.
No, it's ongoing.
It's ongoing that the various houses of assembly
Yeah.
should take a look at that. Do we see that state policing come into?
I think even the North in those days, that the northern states, some of the northern states that are against the state police, they themselves now they are calling for it. Because it is there now that the fire is even burning them more. You can see in the West what the Southwest state are doing with Amotekun. And it's working for them. It's working for them. Day before yesterday, Mr. President has pronounced that every police that is guiding any VIP in the country should be withdrawn because we have less police against even United Nations standard of how many police to guide to him. You know, in this country we have less, today now we have less than 350,000 police to guide over 250,000 people. And in this country you will see one big man. We have two truck of police following him. Even including this, our so-called stars, celebrity like musicians. We have nothing less than 20 police following them. For what? If I were to be Mr. President, I've done well. But if he wants to do more in supporting this state police, you know what happened? The present Nigerian police that we have should automatically become the Nigerian federal police like the FBI. The civil defense that we have now, let every civil defense immediately metamorphose into state police. Every civil defense we have in every state should be controlled by the police, because the state is even doing more than enough in supporting the federal police already. All the land that all the Nigerian police are building their property, it is state government. The buildings, state government will donate for them. The vehicle, state government will donate for them and still give them some resources. So it will not be difficult. Because why did I suggest that? Because not to waste time on it, because of the training, you know, the process of recruiting and training, it may take time. You can ask from the Southwest state what they pass through to establish Amotekun. So if we convert the civil defense we have now, I think they are the NSS, CDC,
yes.
They should be converted to state police. And on no condition, even now, this country, we see even some big men are going about with military men as guard. The military men should go back to the barrack and concentrate on defending our territories. That is their assignment in the Constitution. Territorial integrity of this nation is their wash.
Okay. Just before we let you go, because I'm already getting signals now, and my time is up. What advice do you have? Because 2027 is just around the corner. What advice do you have moving forward?
Because definitely what the opposition is trying to do, especially the oppositions from the north, and some few ones that are not sensible from the south, especially from the southeast, you know, I will call it the way it's supposed to be. That is Ikuku. Should be careful that the north has a plan. Why is it that it's any time that the Satana is governing this country that you begin to see all this kind of a problem? Therefore, what should the present government do? Is for them not to be angry with the careless talk of President Trump. Is to look at what Trump has just uttered and see the benefit that can come from it, and forget the nonsensical word of carelessness that comes from his mouth. By so doing, let Nigerian government seek external assistance. Jonathan did it without many people knowing in this country. Jonathan was able to deal with the Boko Haram in 2014 to 2015 during that election, and reduce Boko Haram that have taken over everywhere in the northeast to only one local government in Borno. They seek mercenaries. The Israeli assisted. That is what this present government should do now. Cooperate with the American that we need help. But the American must work with the present government of Nigeria, because this is a sovereign country. You cannot just come and enter. Exactly what they did when American citizen was kidnapped in Chad and taken into Nigerian territory. And American government then, it was during the first tenure of Trump, have to work with Nigerian government to rescue their citizens. But people don't know. They said America came to our country and they rescued. No, that was not what happened.
Yes.
They work with our own system here. That same thing should be done to flush out all the old bastard, unqualified human beings that call themselves human beings, animals in human clothes. Flush them out. At least all those satellites, America have them. Let them, they know where they are. And let them flush them out once and for all before the 2027 election, like you said, so that the 2027 election will be very sweet. Because having these people around, they can cause a lot of terror. That is their plan. And God will not permit it.
Amen. Okay, I'd like to thank you so much, High Chief Taju Isiche, the chair of all chair, the captain, or rather, the dean of the executive assistants.
No, the chairman college, not dean.
Okay.
College of chairman college of executive assistants.
All right, I'd like to thank you so much for taking your time. And I will still need, I know you are my regular, my ombudsman, and I always learn from your utterances. We're looking forward to having you again with us on the program. All right, this is where we'll take a break on the ride this morning. I told you that the ride was going to be quite promising, and we have just done that. And so on behalf of the production crew, tomorrow is yet another day on Morning Ride. God bless Delta State, God bless Nigeria. My name is Onometano. I'm out.